Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy X-2. I'm the mysterious JG. You haven't missed a thing, folks, except me trying to figure out what's going on using fact. So we do have another mini game that we can do, and in order to do it, we want to go to the Calm Lands. I think we might have an opportunity to actually learn some blue magic there. So, excuse me. I'm gonna turn everyone into blue mages, if I can. Gun mages, rather. I think Pain might be on a she is on a garment grid, which doesn't currently feature actually, I better just change that garment grid still of the night, because I want to have somebody on it, so I have the ability to cast darkness and silence, as may occasionally be useful to do. So I will change the I will put in gun mage in place of, there you go, black mage. I have a little paranoia attack, so I want to check and make sure that we are recording, and it looks like we are. So yeah, it's time to go to the Calm Lands, and we're actually not going to go to oh, I didn't even bother to equip everybody with gun mage. I did everybody except for Pain. So we're going to go to the Calm Lands, and we're actually going to go to some place we never bothered to visit in Act 1 because there was nothing going on. And that is the, I guess it was called like the Monster Ranch? I don't remember what the... in Final Fantasy X, it was a basically the place where a guy set up, we could go talk to a guy and fight optional super bosses. And until International Edition decided to do the Dark Aeons and Penance, the Monster Arena optional super bosses were the toughest enemies in the game. So you guys have anything worth buying? You're in Reptile Run country now, partner. I guess I'll check and see how I'm doing. 480. Do we have Poison Fangs? I don't even remember what they do. Black Belts, I don't remember what they do either, but I'm pretty sure you can buy them elsewhere. There are definitely things that you can only get by playing, or there's a couple of items that you can only get that way. I think like garment grids. They tend to do that. They make like garment grids available. Like if you want to get every garment grid in the game, you're going to have to finish like every silly sub-mission out there. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy the game, but it really is just kind of a silly excuse to hang around with your old friends from Final Fantasy X with a lot of silly mini-games. There's not a whole lot going on with story. Something about this feels wrong. You better not go in just yet. I thought we were supposed to go here. Okay, I'm confused now. Seriously, I'm confused. Well, I guess I'll check here, although I don't believe there's anything going on here. I remember what that place turns into, so maybe there's somebody I can go talk to. Or something might trigger there, but I thought the person I need to talk to would just appear there and I would automatically talk to them. As soon as I triggered the scene where I think he needs to show up. We can talk to Kimahri, but a mandatory story mission will start happening if we try to climb Mount Gagazet. But if we just go talk to Kimahri, we can, probably do that. You can't enter, you're still inspecting. Alright, whatever. Let's go chat with Kimahri, then we'll hop on board the Celsius and talk to Klosko, actually. He is supposed to be doing something with the old monster ranch. What kind of ranch might Klosko build? There's a part of me that really hates Chocobos. So many games, so many Final Fantasy games feature like breeding Chocobos. It's like, what could be more fun than breeding Chocobos? Elder's weakling. Garrick moved too slow. Guado will escape us. They have to think everything through, then there won't be anyone left to fight. There's nothing we can do about it. Oh, well, shoot. I didn't realize I was going to have more dialogue choices here. Only thinking, never doing. Well, let's save in case we totally fucked up. I guess in case we totally fuck up, because I'm not going to bother to go all the way back for that. I don't think you need to get every response perfect, but there is something that you get given by Kimahri later in the game, but only if you've won over the Ronzo, more or less. Oh. I didn't get to see... I was trying so desperately to get him to actually talk, I didn't get to see what the freaking dialogue options were. That's a nice horn. You know, always sucking up to the Ronzo by talking about their horns.
Kimahri sorry.
You sure are.
Sorry about what?
Kimahri look for sphere for Yuna, but Kimahri find nothing. Kimahri disappoint Yuna.
You sure did.
It's all right, Kimahri.
If there's no sphere, there's no sphere.
Of
It's
course,
not like...
I'm happy that you tried to help, but Yuna has to deal with Yuna problems.
Do not mock Ronzo way of
Kimahri
speech.
search mountain long time, but still one place Kimahri not look. Fate's scar rises high on mountain. Scar is sacred ground, which Ronzo not tread.
Oh, chicken, huh?
There might still be some spheres up there.
Isn't that where we already went?
Summoners no longer climb mountain. Now only sphere hunters come.
They even more annoying than summoners.
Kimahri worry hunters defile sacred ground.
Do you think it's LeBlanc and her goons?
The Goon Squad.
Maybe we should check.
But, that will trigger a plot mission, and I'm trying to do side
Is
quests.
that okay?
Kimahri trust Yuna. Kimahri not worry.
Kimahri not give a shit. Yuna do what you don't want.
Ronzo youth filled with anger, hate Guado.
Understandable.
Kimahri must stop fight, but Kimahri not wise enough.
No kidding. Solve them by force if you have to. You have to figure this out on your own. Why not just leave them alone? You have to figure this out on your own.
Kimahri agree with Yuna. Elder who rely on other, not worthy.
Elder who rely on others
I
suck.
didn't mean it that way, Kimahri.
Well, actually I did, but...
Kimahri thank Yuna. Burden of elder lighter now.
Oh, neat.
Role of elder test Kimahri more than cold mountain winds.
And the land of sky blue water. Hey, this female Ronzo tends to hang around with Kimahri a lot, if I can help notice. Worry is great burden on elder's shoulders. He does seem very tired. You should help Kimahri. Upset too great, can only watch. Oh, come on. Are you sure there's nothing you can do? Hint, hint. Hey, let's have a talk girl to girl. I'll fill you in on some things. Albed too suffered hands of Guado. Guado was searching for much chaos. It's not as simple as that. Maybe the Guado really are to blame. The Albed have put revenge behind them. Yes, Albed are not true warriors. Ooh, dissing the Albed. Garrick will march. Fight Ronzo enemies. Fight Guado. Can you think of nothing but fighting? Please try to think about it some more. Will that make you satisfied? I already talked over with Garrick many times. Guado must die for Ronzo future. You have to cool off and think, and what of the Guado? What future will that bring? Ronzo future is future of powerful and proud warriors with a bunch of Guado blood on their hands.
Ronzo youth grow strong, destroy hated Guado. Garrick swear to mountain. Garrick avenge murdered Ronzo.
Are you sure you're not one of the two guys from the last game? One of my subscribers says you're not. I never bothered to check. If you talk with Kimahri about this, what did the Guado retaliate? That won't make anyone happy.
Derek know this, but who punish Guado if Ronso not go?
I'll punish the Guado.
Derek hear mountain wind, scream with grief, wind cry for Ronso vengeance.
Sure does. Okay, so I'm not sure that I did all those perfectly, but I probably did good enough. That guy doesn't seem all that excited about what we told him. It's kind of hard to tell, actually, whether or not you please these guys, because they're just kind of pissed off in general. They're never going to say... Like, if you agree with them and tell them that they should totally kill the Guado, they seem pleased with you, but I'm still not sure that's what you're supposed to do. So when do we get to ride in the Faith's car? Seriously? You don't even have cars in your world. How can that be a joke? I think Riku means Faith's car. At least I hope that's what she means. She is pretty stupid, though. Alright, let's go find Klosko. Okay, Klosko, I found an abandoned ranch. You might want to start raising chocobos there, you poor sick freak. See, I have this video on YouTube that I use, which is a stopwatch counting up, so I can see they and I just noticed that comments were disabled for this video. I'm like, wait, what? What kind of comments were people gonna make? The Gull store. While we're here, we will sell 99 holy water and high potions are the ones that are usually worth the effort. High potions in particular, you get a good return on. What happened to Klosko? What the hell happened to Klosko? Well, I probably need to go rest anyway, because,
What can I do?
I want to make sure I rest in every chapter. And we get to watch Yuna stretch. Okay. Yeah, we're supposed to... Klosko's already supposed to be there. I don't know what the hell's going on. When we went to that place in the Calmlands, Klosko was already supposed to be hanging out. So now I'm not sure what we did that makes making it not work, but pretty sure that screws up our ability to get 100% if we don't do this Calmlands nonsense. I mean, it's not like... I guess I could go look and see if Klosko's unexpectedly ended up on the engine room or up on the deck of the ship. Or maybe he fell off after our party. Like, we had that party at the end of Act 1. I don't suppose Klosko fell to his death, do you? I definitely remember that we recruited Klosko, right? I guess maybe... Did I do some weirdness with saving and loading where we recruited him and then loaded a state where he wasn't recruited? That's possible. Well, we can check for him at the Mushroom Rock Road, which is where we're supposed to get him for the first time. But he's not hanging out on the ship anywhere. I don't understand why Klosko isn't hanging around on the bridge being a part of the Gullwings crew. They're Chocobo expert. Talk to brother in a while. Maybe that's preventing something from happening. Steal back with the stolen to see love is fear hunter. Alright, so where do we want to hit? We'll check the Mushroom Rock Road. But this is going to really irritate me if we somehow manage to blow, like, I don't even want to walk around here. Like, there's... Because he really shouldn't be here. But we probably can't get too much farther this way. I don't think we ruin it by siding with New Yevon. I think it's pretty much irrelevant. He left... He's not going to be all the way in there. I don't know. I think all that would do is I can fight my way back to the elevator, which is already up, and they won't let me into their base because I'm a big meanie and I picked on them. This little chibi eye pillow. There's no good tickets are not selling. I'm selling tickets like a fiend. Alright, let's try to go back to the Calm Lands. I don't understand why... Am I crazy? Was Klosko standing there in that screen off to the side and didn't notice them? Because you're supposed to talk to him. So if I just went there, like... If I just went there and he was off to the side and I didn't notice him before trying to go into the cave, then that might just be the... I'm an idiot. Either way, crossing the Calm Lands with the... When you're crossing the Calm Lands when you don't have a Charm Bangle or no Encounters ability in Final Fantasy X, because there's no Charm Bangle, but... it's like an... Sorry about that. It's like, you know, an endurance test, fighting monsters, so it feels like part of the quest. In this game, it's just kind of a big pain in the ass to have to walk so far. Or, in Yuna's case, fem run so far. Now, while I will feel like an idiot if Klosko is standing here, and we just have to talk to him, I'd still prefer that to the idea that we somehow broke this and can't do it. Okay, now what the hell? I have to get Callie. You have to get Callie to board the ship? I didn't remember that. This whole video is going to be me failing to initiate the Calm Lands quest. Okay, so apparently it's not enough to recruit Klosko. You have to get Callie, and that's fine. Except that we did the quest where we meet Callie and rescue a Chocobo and whatever the fuck on the Mihen High Road. But I guess afterwards I'm supposed to go back to the Mihen High Road and talk to Callie and get her to join. Because I just kind of teleported out of there once I'd finished the mission. So apparently that was a mistake. Alright, well, at least there's a save sphere. We can get back to our ship fairly easily because there's save spheres everywhere. Unfortunately, there's only a handful of drop-off points where we can get dropped off, so there really is no way for us to end up particularly close to the Chocobo Ranch when we finally get it up and going. It's like, you know, are we actually gonna get anything done here anytime soon? Where do you want to hit? Where do you want to be punched, you know? You, I can rest easier knowing that Chocobos are safe or whatever the hell. Oh, there's Clasco and, what's her face? Yeah, the Chocobo are going to see all Spirit together. That is, will you let us ride in your airship? Wait a minute, you mean you're not going to ride the Chocobo around? Okay, fine, all aboard. Thank you so much. Kelly, Clasco, and a Chocobo all aboarded the airship. Fine, okay, great, that's pretty much what had to happen there. And now we can go to the Calmlands, and I didn't know that Clasco had left the airship. That's kind of strange. Never really... Like, I don't recall him having been part of that mission helping us capture that Chocobo. Maybe my memory's shot, but he didn't actually get involved in that, did he? No, well, let's go talk to them. Because, well, they'll be leaving the ship as soon as we go to the Calmlands, so any dialogue you can get with them, we'd need to see it now if we ever want to see it. No Choco problems to report. You know, Callie, you grow just a little bit older, and Clasco is totally going to start going after you.
You're a good boy, aren't you? Good boy. Oh, yes, you are.
And again, maybe he only has eyes for Chocobo. People used to hate Machina, but now those same people swear by them. I don't get it. I suppose one of these days we'll all be traveling on airships. Sure.
You're a good boy.
You are freaking me out, man. I love Chocobos, I really do, but people who only love Chocobos are kind of scary. Alright, kid. Glad to see that you are properly freaked out by Clasco. So, alright, that was a whole video of irritating nonsense. Give me hold on a second. Right with you. So yeah, that was kind of silly. But we've taken care of it. And I'm just glad we were able to figure it out. Because I was starting to think that we had sort of broken a side quest that I think is needed for 100% completion. So now the Calmlands has become a hotspot, so I guess the game is like wants you to know what Clasco making his move. He didn't tell us this. We let Clasco on the airship, but he seems eager to move on. Should we let him off? Should we get him off? What do you say, girls? Sorry. Weird. Maybe we'll jump straight to... Yes, okay.
This is it. Something tells me this is where I'll find my calling.
London calling.
I am in your debt, Lady Yuna.
You sure are. I have nothing to say to you, apparently. Okay. And she jumps and she goes cliff diving. It's gonna make us go the long way. Follow. Okay, no, it's not. Thank you. We get to, like, teleport after him. Because that was gonna be annoying.
Oh, now what am I supposed to do?
What?
I was sure this would be the perfect spot, but it's infested with fiends.
I get the feeling he wants something.
Yeah, well... I mean, we know how to deal with fiends, right? So, we got anything that protects against... Well, I don't care. There's an enemy... The reason I switched them all to gun mages is I'm expecting to fight Quarrels in here who use a blaster attack, which you can learn. But it can automatically kill you, or leave you with 1 hit point left. There's a certain luck factor. Excuse me. And if you go buy something that makes you immune to death, you can be immune to death. But we didn't buy them, and I don't feel like going for them now.
If only there weren't any fiends here. Ah, I'm so close, so close.
Help Clasco this mean problem? Sure. Something feels wrong. It's like we're entering here, but Clasco hasn't told us to yet. Exterminate the fiends that have taken up residence in the ruins. Leave no fiend unslain. So this is a little dungeon which seems to have been built. Let's save here. This is there was something weird going on with this place too, where it wasn't just a matter of encountering fiends. They were kind of like yeah, they face in different directions, and you're supposed to figure out, you're supposed to fight a specific fiend, and it's, I don't know what happens if you fight the wrong fiend, like this, they're all looking that way, I don't know, let's fight a fiend and maybe the game will start to explain it as we go. But the way I thought it worked is, they show you a fiend, and then you have to find this fiend out there somewhere and figure out which one's the real fiend and the other ones are illusions, or... Yeah, so that was an illusion. So this guy's staring straight ahead. And I think the other fiends look at the real fiend. So these guys are all staring this way. So I guess this is the fiend that you gotta fight. Yeah, so that there's this...
At your service.
I guess we're poisoned, huh? Well, we can cure between battles. Gunners just have a thing about showing off leg. And poison does last between battles, so we'll take care of it real quick. Okay, so they're kind of looking in that direction. They're sort of looking down there. You can't tell, obviously, with some of the enemies, like these guys, you can't really tell what way they're looking, which is actually annoying. So he's looking that way, and you're looking that way. So one of you guys is it, because the actual enemy doesn't look in the right direction. I think it must be you. No. Then it must be you. Okay. So this is where we might be able to learn a spell. And I think it should tell us in the description that we can. A mystic fiend, rarely seen by man, surprisingly wields magic of the 4 primary elements. Beware its greatest attack, Death Blaster, for kills instantly. Well, what about the Armet? Oh, well, you learn it even if it kills you, so that's handy, I suppose. A fiend with tough carapace protects it from physical attacks, but leaves it vulnerable to magic. It responds to magical attacks with Helm Counter, which you cannot learn, so let's bring her back to life. I have a feeling we might be suffering a lot of death here as we try to get all 3 girls to learn Blaster. And so the Helm guys, the Armets rather, not that they don't do a lot of damage, but they don't have to do that much damage if you've been knocked down to critical. This is getting kind of old, actually. Although now everyone has learned Death Blast, so there's no point not killing, or there's no reason to stay blue mages, and there's no point in letting that thing, the Queen Coeral, live, since it's been a big pain in the ass. It's going to be easier to kill than the big rock monster guy because it's got lower hit points. Yep, Phoenix Downs are cheap in this game, and it's pretty much a good thing. You hurry up and die. Yeah, we're getting killed a lot here. And we've now definitely hit the point where we're getting killed not just by Death Blast, but also by everyone having shitty hit points because of Phoenix Downs recovery. Yeah, Yuna really showing off a lot of leg in that costume. And we've hit the 30-minute mark, and I was kind of not anticipating this taking quite as long as it did. But,
I will be our shield.
oh, fuck. I forgot about it. I had this notion that once... all I gotta do is get Yuna and White Mage, and everyone will be healed up periodically, but it's like, no, actually, you kind of forgot about the fact that, that's going to mean, that Death Blast will still happen. So yeah, I guess I should have gone back and bought the things that make you immune to death, because that would make this fight significantly easier. You still get knocked down at 1 hit point, which means that the Armet still kills you if they attack one after the other and you don't respond quickly enough. So, switch to a Thief, steal from the Coral, why the hell not, and then I need to hurry up and end this thing.
You need some speed, Holmes.
And I stole an Ether, which doesn't really seem that valuable, but... And Yuna's dead again. And we can't flee. We should just hurry up and die. And now I have to sit through one of these again, because I wasn't thinking about that when I started the switch. Little Sailor Moon transformation scene here. Sailor Riku, Sailor Riku. I'm slamming away on the keys here because wow, we're going through Phoenix Downs like nobody's business here. For a minute I thought Yuna had been like somehow permanently eliminated from the battle. You know, I should have blinded this thing a long ass time ago. We do like 0 damage. Oh, great. So what have we got at our disposal? This is gonna take forever. I could try to break its defense down, but then it just starts building it up. We could do cheap shot. Yeah, that's probably a good one. Although that sucked. Table turner. Supposed to do more damage, and they've got high defense. That seemed to work a lot better than cheap shot did.
Okay, next please.
That took forever. But we got 2 Phoenix Downs out of it. Alright, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it a bit. Well, wait a second, there's a save thing right here. I feel silly now that I know that. Because I shouldn't really have wasted magic healing up before, but I guess it didn't matter. So you can touch this thing. You don't necessarily have to board the airship. We're going to call it a video. I don't know, I was hoping to knock this whole thing out in one video, but that's okay. Calling it a video, and when we come back, we will finish setting up the Chocobo Ranch. And assuming that that doesn't take the whole video, which it shouldn't, we will then be off to the Xanarkand Ruins for the last of our little side quest things that we do before getting the plot going again. I'm Mysterious AG. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.